Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Naquan Williams, and today I wanted to, have a transparent moment or just a reflective moment. August 19th, 2017 is the day that I resigned from my job. I won't name the company because I don't want that to be the focus, but that is the day that I resigned from my job. And I wanted to create this video to just kind of reflect and to, if I had to give advice to my earlier self, or if I had to put something out there that may help another person, then I hope the content of this video helps. So last year around this time, I was miserable. I was not happy. I was depressed. I was frustrated with life because I felt as though I was a slave to an employer. Now, I will say this. The employer is not a bad company. Actually, I would recommend the company to other people because the company is great. But I was frustrated and depressed and all of those other things because I felt as though I was settling and that I was not living up to my potential. I felt as though I got lost in the mundane routine of living life. So I just want to backtrack. So I started this job in 2010. During this particular season of my life in 2010, my family and I had transitioned we moved from Virginia Beach to Atlanta, Georgia. And this was a pretty hard and difficult time of life because we were homeless. When we moved, we were pretty much in a hotel. And I remember waking up every morning and putting on my shoes. I didn't have much, but I would put on my shoes and walk from city to city filling out job applications, asking, hey, you guys, hiring, filling in a job application, following up, and I felt as though I was getting the door slammed in my face. I felt as though I was getting no after no after no after no, and it was depressing, especially when you're staying in a hotel, for us, our bill or our weekly rent was due every week, I think every Monday, and sometimes it was only by the grace of God that we weren't kicked out into the streets, to be honest. So I felt as though when I was job searching, I kept getting no after no after no until I finally got my yes with this particular employer. And I was so thankful to God because I felt as though, God, thank you, because this is going to take my family and I out of this hotel, and it will provide for us and allow us to move into a home. And that's what it did. It did that and more. And I will be forever grateful to this employer for giving me an opportunity and for just the blessings and the doors and just what it's done for me and my family. I will be forever grateful. On the other side of that gratefulness, I was not happy. When you're dealing with customer service, I've been called quite a few things by customers, and I try not to take it personal because you are the face of the corporation. You are the face. You are their first point of contact. So if they're heated and they're hot, you are going to take the brunt of it. And I did have some customers that would tell me, sir, this is not to you personally, but bam, 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 and you just had to take it in and deal with it. Although there were some customers that would personally attack. I went off on a tangent. But the point is that I was not happy. I felt as though I was living below my potential. I felt as though I had so much more to offer, so much more to give, so much more to put out there into the universe, into the world, so much in terms of my calling and my purpose on this planet. And I felt as though I settled. I felt as though I got caught in this rat race of waking up, going to work, going home, relaxing, which meant watching TV or talking on the phone or whatever, and then going to sleep, waking up, going to work, getting home, relaxing, going to sleep. It was this routine. And so what I thought originally would be, I'll be there for 2 to 3 years until my business, whatever that business was at the time, I don't even remember, because I don't think I really even had a plan. oh, I would be there for 2 to 3 years until this business kicks off, and then afterwards I'll be able to transition out. But that never happened because I never had a plan. And so 7 years will go by, and I just remember just being depressed, being really, really depressed. And so, during this time, I was transitioning. I wanted to go to a brick and mortar school, and I said, well, I want to apply to Georgia State. So the first time I did, I got accepted, and I was happy, but I chose not to go because it would conflict with my current work schedule, and there was no flexibility with that. It was either you go to work during the hours that we give you, or if you don't go, it's gonna be bye-bye. So I couldn't chance that, but I decided to try my luck again. And last year I got accepted, but I was really sad. I got this sudden feeling of depression because it was just like, I can't go, and I felt like a slave. And I will remember the conversation that I had with my babe, and he said to me, you're gonna have to make a decision. And I can't remember exactly what his words were, but the way I interpreted it was either you can go another 7 years or more doing the same thing, already knowing what the result is. You're not going to be happy, you're going to be miserable, or you can go ahead and take a chance and say, I'm going to do something different. And I thank him for that conversation, because when you have support, it really makes all the difference in the world. So thank you, dear, for your support. So after prayer and consideration, I've decided to leave my job. And it was not easy, because at that time I felt as though this was the best that I could garner for myself. This was the best that I could do. This is the most that I could accomplish for myself. I didn't believe that I can go and get something better. I didn't believe that for myself. I knew in the back of my mind that the potential was there, but I didn't believe it for myself. So I submitted my resignation letter and I left. So a year later, which would be in 2 days from recording this video, I just wanted to reflect and to say to myself, congratulations for leaving a situation that was making you miserable, depressed, sad. You left the rat race, or you left a situation that was not conducive to your overall well-being. I think that during this year I've been a little hard on myself, because I don't know, I guess because I felt this, I don't know, I just feel as though I've been a little hard on myself. Right now I have hustles that's going on. I have different hustles that I do to pay the bills. But while I am working those hustles, I also have actions that I am implementing to build and to work toward the dream. And so if I had to leave just a few tips for my earlier self, one, it would be bravo, but then two, you did it. You're okay. It's a year later. The worst case scenario did not happen, thank God. But everything that you feared, oh, what if this or what if that, you're okay. 12 months later, you're okay. And so for someone watching this, I want to encourage you to leave your comfort zone. My comfort zone was a job that I could not stand for 7 years. And again, I want to emphasize that it was not that it had anything to do with the employer, but more so about the fact that I knew that I was not living or walking in my full potential. And so if you are in a situation where you are just miserable with your job, know that you have, or with your circumstances, period, know that you have the ability to change that. You have the authority, you have the ability, and you have the permission to change that. You have the power to change that. Everything that you want in life is outside of your comfort zone. So that leads me to my next point, is to know what you want out of life. What do you want? I know last year when I was working at this job, I wanted freedom. I wanted to be free. I don't know, maybe it's the Aquarius, and maybe it's the Aquarius in me, but I don't like being told what to do. Lord knows I do not like being told what to do, and I don't like feeling as though I'm being controlled. I don't like the thought of having to ask for permission to have a day off, or to have a few days off, or to go on vacation. I don't like that. I don't like for someone to say, your 8 hours is only worth this amount of dollars a day or per pay period. I don't like that. I did not like that in the 7 years that I've been on the job, that that I only had a $4 increase. And I said, you know what? I have the power to change this. So you have the power to change whatever you don't like that's taking place in your life. That power lies is in your hands. So be comfortable with the fact that everything that you want is outside of your comfort zone. Leave the comfort zone. 2, know what you want out of life. 3, develop an exit strategy. Now, I don't recommend everyone just puts in a 2-week notice and just leaves. I mean, it depends on your situation. My situation is a little different. I have a support system, and I also had some money that I would leave with that helped as well. So everyone's situation is different, but develop an exit strategy and a plan to manifest those things that you want to manifest in your life. And I don't know if this is point 4 or 5. I don't know. I lost count. But then the next point would be relentless. Being the person who lives with intention. Live intentionally. Live with a sense of purpose, right? Don't give up. There's plenty of times that I just wanted to during this year, there's plenty of times that I wanted to give up, but it was because of the push and the grind as I work toward my goals or my dreams. And so I don't know who this would help. I don't know. Hell, I just may be the person who watches this just for my own sake. But I at least wanted to record this and to have it documented. And I'm going to be honest, I've been dealing with depression as well. And normally I am one to where I kind of keep a lot of things inside. I don't really talk about things. I really don't talk about things concerning myself. But I've been depressed. Even now, I can feel the weight of it just sitting on me, like seriously. And it was even a push to record this, but I knew in my heart that I wanted to record it, even if it was just for myself. And I knew that if I had not recorded, that I probably wouldn't have been too happy with myself. But anyway, I've been dealing with some depression. I think I can't pinpoint it to one particular thing. I think it's a plethora of things that contributes to it. I also know that depression is something that runs in my family. And so because of that, I also know that I have a predisposition to it. And so I'm sharing this because a few weeks ago, maybe at this point a month or 2 ago, I shared a video talking about I shared a video titled, Who is Naquan? And I said in there that, in the next few weeks that I would share some videos with you guys, just telling you guys what I've learned. I've learned so much, but I wanted to share those things with you. But I did not anticipate being knocked down mentally and just emotionally. I did not expect to be knocked down in such a way that I felt as though I've been knocked off course. And so I do know that my dream and my purpose is to encourage and to motivate and to inspire other people to create the life that they want, to walk in the fullness of their potential, to be the best versions of themselves that they can be. But I also know that all of that starts with me, and that journey has started months ago. I am still in the process of becoming the best version of myself. How far along? Okay, I'm 14 minutes in. Okay, I'm still in the process of becoming the best version of myself. And I realized that after the past maybe 3 to 4 weeks that I have years and maybe at this point decades of just crap that I've just held inside, and I realize that it's starting to impact me. And so I apologize for not keeping my word with you guys and coming forth with video after video after video. I apologize about that. But I have a therapy session scheduled next week sometime. It's my initial therapy session, and I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of nervous because I don't know what to expect, and I want to make sure that when I go, I'm understood. I want to be understood. And so I think I'm going to start talking a little bit more and being more transparent about what's going on in my life, because I believe that I don't want you guys just to see the good things that happen. I don't want you guys to see, oh, he's making videos about, self-help and personal growth and living your dreams, stuff like that. Those are my passionate areas, but I feel as though you guys deserve to see. Well, hell, I just feel as though I want to record and be honest about where I am. So therefore, you guys can see the journey to the success that I see for myself in the long term. So if I have to start from the bottom to get up there, then that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So I just thought I would probably just talk a little bit more about depression, or just maybe a little bit about my first therapy session, because I don't know what to expect. So maybe I'll talk a little bit about, maybe not what was discussed in the session, but maybe just about the experience of the first session itself. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about that, because I know that our people tends to put up a we tend to not be open to going to therapy. We tend to, especially men, we tend to bottle it up inside and to not talk about it. But I don't want to walk around like that anymore. So anyway, that was that. I really just wanted to just share my experience of resigning from my job a year ago, and I wanted to reflect on it. Again, be comfortable with leaving and walking outside of your comfort zone. Every single thing that you want, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, I don't care if that's to go to school, I don't care if that's to start your own business, I don't care what it is, it's outside of your comfort zone. You're not going to be comfortable trying to build up a dream or trying to create something. That's just not going to happen. So be comfortable with being uncomfortable. 2, know what you want out of life. Write it down. Sit down with yourself. What do you want? Get clear about that. Develop an exit strategy from the things that are just weighing you down, or those things that are just preventing you from being able to go into the next level in life. Come up with a plan. Don't give up, be relentless, and live life intentionally. I love you guys. Again, I'm thinking about maybe recording more transparent videos. It probably won't be, well, let me show you 5 ways to do this. I mean, you guys will probably get that, but that's just not where I am right now. So I do know that I want to push out content, but I also know I have to be real about where I am right now. So love you guys. I hope this helps somebody. I know it was all over the place, but I hope it helps just one person. Love you guys, and I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.